Happy Hump Day!
Happy Hump Day, aka what Wesley said Wednesday.
Yes, exactly, aka Wesley Wednesday, you guys. Welcome to the morning tea. Sorry we're a little late, but we're here. Whew, we're gonna get it together, and by we're gonna get it together, I mean I'm gonna get it together. And it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be. I know, I'm trying, and it is going to be a fun hour where we can just have fun with the Tea Tribe. Yes. You guys, we have so much to talk about today. We are going to talk about this whole Scott Disick, Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson situation. In addition to that promo of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that aired that is just absolute hot garbage juice because we all know Khloe's dating again. I just can't. I literally can't. I can't. But we also are going to talk about Kylie, you guys. She's gotten another title for the second year in a row. Yay. We also talk about Jennifer Aniston, Lele Pons, Lizzo, Katy Perry, Orlando Bloom, Miley and Liam, Justin Bieber, Tyga. Oh, I'm actually really excited about the Tyga news because, you know, we always have questions of, like, how does King fit into the equation of the custody situation? Mm-hmm. We might have some answers today.
Well, I think they're good answers, Maddison.
Are you taking them to be the answers we needed?
I think so.
I agree. It's very interesting. But let's see what's going on in the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and waiting for us. We appreciate you. We have Sandra saying, good morning, y'all, from South Texas. Sending everyone positive vibes and love. Stay safe inside. Yes, need those positive vibes. Hello. And also, thank you guys for the comments on the hoops. I still wear them every day. They literally sit on my workstation just ready to be popped in every single day.
I love when your hair is like up or back and you have the hoops on because it feels like, you know, you might have a pair of Timbs underneath your desk and you might pull them out and get to where's my money, if you know what I mean. Okay.
Exactly. This is ready to snap some necks hair look. You know what I mean? Like, you just never know what's going to happen situation when the hair's pulled back and the hoops are out. Okay. I feel like you're like that when you just got your hair cut.
Yeah, when I have my hair cut, please don't play with me. Like, when I go into the gym, my face is, like, extra mean. Like, don't even, you're just not allowed to even just take all of this in. Just go over there and do what you got to do your little thigh exercises, and call it a day.
No, exactly. Your equivalent of the hair up and hoops is just that fresh haircut. Because I can just see it on your face. It is that extra kind of like, not today. Not today.
Don't play with me, play with your kids. That's what I tell the girls.
Yes. It's like this is our Real Housewives alter egos.
Yes. What would your tagline be, Maddison?
Okay. I've thought about this so much, but I want it to be something about like something about being a small package. A small package that packs a lot of punch, or something like that. I don't know.
I could see you doing something like that, Maddison.
Right? What would yours be?
I think mine would have to be something like about like gambling or like taking the risk. Like, life is a risk, and I always roll the dice. Like something like that.
Ooh, okay, we're ready. Bravo, we're ready. We're ready for our drill. We're ready. Real Housewives of the tea, of the morning tea. It's just two of us, and Courtney's the only one in a relationship, but it's fine. It's fine. Minor details. Let's see what's going else on the chat. We have Anna saying Khloe and Tristan are what? Just wait. Khloe and Tristan, you know they're not telling us the full story, but we have a theory here at Hollyscoop that I feel like is very correct.
Oh, Maddison, you know we right. I definitely think that we right on this one.
Oh, I agree. I'm just waiting for the Instagram post, and I'm going to feel so much vindication. And you know you're going to feel so much vindication, and it's going to be great. I just can't wait.
I'm going to comment on it, and it's just going to say, we know.
We've been knowing.
Period. No emojis.
Exactly. Shout out to Night Runner, our Tillamook queen. Morning homeschooling starts on April 13th in my state. Wish this mama luck. Yes. Ooh. Good luck to all the moms who are homeschooling right now, because to be honest, the fact that I didn't even know what a Pentagon was a couple weeks ago tells me that I would be horrible at homeschooling my children during this time.
I have to be honest. I feel bad for the kids because I know I was the kid that I was never the kid that was trying to stay out of school. Even when I was sick, I was like, I need to see my friends. I need to be social and get the tea and be annoying. So shout out to all of the kids that are now locked to their computers, banging out these last couple months of school. You got this. Just focus. You can have your TV on in the background. Just get your work done.
See, I feel like I would be thriving in this situation as a kid. I love going to school to see my friends, but I went through this phase in elementary school that I never wanted to go to school. Like, my mom would wake me up and I'd be like, do I have to go today? And, like, some days, you know, when I was, like, kindergarten, first grade, she'd be like, all right, we can play hooky today. And I'd be like, yes! But then once school started to get real, it was like, no, you have to go every day.
Oh, girl, I was the type that was waking up 3 minutes before the alarm.
Absolutely not.
Clothes laid out already.
Absolutely not. We also have a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Wednesday to Mika Meeks. Hey Mika.
Yes, happy Wednesday, Mika. I do have to say the reason why I'm not the hype girl during the Miss Mika song as much. I dance, but I don't verbalize is because the first time, Courtney, we did our first quarantine edition, I watched it back, and because there's a slight delay, like my were off, and I just couldn't stand it. And so that is why I am not hyping Courtney up during the Miss Mika song, because I don't want it to be off beat, and then I watch it back and I cringe.
We have to stay in the Rhythm Nation, y'all. So, I mean, one of us has to be the dance girl, and one of us has to be the raptress.
And we all know who's who, let's be honest. We've all seen me try to do the Miss Mika song when Courtney hasn't been here, and it is a sticky situation.
Listen, you give us the best effort you can, and I live for it.
I try to bring my moves, and I try to bring what I've got, but I mean, sometimes you just need that hype person to be like, hey, to really bring it home, you know?
Let's go.
God, my family and I watched Hangover last night. Mm-hmm. That movie has the best music.
Really? I think I've only seen The Hangover once.
Okay, you need to go back and watch it. I mean, there's old Kanye, and let me make sure that's clarified. Old Kanye.
Like Jesus Walks time? Around that time?
Even a little bit before that. Even a little bit before that Kanye. So, the good stuff. Yeah, by Usher's in there, so you know that gets a stamp of approval. Like, it's just a beautiful soundtrack. You let the dogs out? Like, okay, I love that.
Who let the dogs out?
Classic. I hate that song, you know? Back in the day, it was funny.
The Baha Men made a song about cheating men, and we were all singing that in the movie theater of the Rugrats movie as children. I just want everyone to know that.
Wait, one where Rugrats go to Paris?
No, the first one. Who let the dogs out? I think it was a theme song in the first one, and we were all like, "Who let the dogs out?"
But that was when they go to Paris, right?
The first one?
Is that? I don't remember.
No, the first one was when Dill was born. The second one was Rugrats Go to Paris, and the third one was Rugrats
Okay, yeah, you're right. Rugrats Goes to Paris. Oh my God, when Chucky thinks about his mom on the airplane, that is like the saddest scene ever.
I was in the movie theater with my mom letting the thug tear fall out as a child, like
the one, and then you don't want anyone to know. That's how I was when I watched Coco in the movie theater. Woo!
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I've been to Coco Land in Epcot. They had like a section there in Epcot once, and I went there. And I was like, oh, I've never seen this movie. It was like, it's a movie about Mexican culture, right?
Yes, it is. It's all about Hispanic culture. It is about Dia de los Muertos, and you need to watch that. I just
missed it. I haven't seen like a good Disney movie in a minute.
I will say, so good. You laugh, you cry. I think especially because you've been around your boyfriend's family, you'll appreciate it that more.
Okay, so I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you'll pick up on some of like, I don't want to say stereotypes, but you know, a lot of times, like in Hispanic culture, like our grandmothers will put us in place. Like they are the ones who are like, we will snap your neck, and we don't care if you're 3 or if you're 30. Like, if you need a spanking, you're getting a spanking, and like that's like kind of the grandma reminds me a lot of that. And I don't know. You know how it is. I just love it so much.
Well, I gotta see Coco.
You gotta see Coco. Yes, Music Lover said Coco is on Disney Plus. You gotta watch. Absolutely. And then Mariella said, wait, what? I don't know Who Let the Dogs Out. You guys, Who Let the Dogs Out is like an iconic song.
It's about cheating men because they dogs. Yeah. So the women are going, oh my God, who let the dogs out? Because now they're bothering me.
But then little kids think that it's literally talking about dogs. So it was one of those songs that like parents knew what we were singing, but we didn't. We were just like, yeah, who let the dogs out? So it's one of those. It's kind of like a Disney movie in and of itself, where it's like, you know how Disney movies, when you watch them back now as an adult, you're like, hey, oh my God, that was a little sexual innuendo that I did not catch. It's kind of like that. Ish. But let's go ahead and pour the tea. Yeah, shout out to Baja Man. You know, well, I guess not anymore, but anyway, let's just pour up the tea. I don't know where I was going with that. I was thinking of Shaggy of
Ooh.
It Wasn't Me. It wasn't me.
That's a hit.
It is, but I don't
his
think
whole bag not getting himself together for Rihanna's thing.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, I know right now he's not, the best example of a great artist, but back in the day, he really had it together. He just doesn't have it together anymore.
Shaggy. It wasn't him.
Shaggy. What tea are you drinking today?
I'm drinking the pomegranate one, so if I get a little crazy, it's because I'm over caffeinated.
I can't wait. Can't wait for you to be overly crazy. I need it. I'm drinking coffee today because I needed an extra dose. I just, some mornings when you just need 2 cups.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
The reason why I'm having extra strong tea today is because I made a pot of coffee. I went to Trader Joe's and I bought coffee beans. I thought I bought instant coffee, but I bought full coffee beans.
Oh.
In my blender, blended them up, and then the coffee was weak. So here we are. Doesn't taste good enough.
All that work. But I'm so proud of you again for your love of Trader Joe's. I love it. Cheers. Cheers. Okay, we have Travis. Good morning, beautiful people. Love from Maryland. Hello, Maryland. Also, shout out to Amy. She said, love Shaggy. And Lydia said, I listened to that yesterday. I loved that song. It wasn't me. It really is.
It's a classic.
My friends and I used to do makeup dances to it in our basements. So that's where I was at as a child. So.
Oh, Maddison.
You know that's true. You can just see me now. 5, 6, 7, 8. It wasn't on the counter. It wasn't me. That was me.
In the basement.
In the basement. My parents could have been worried at the music we were listening to, but they didn't care. Okay, let's talk about Jennifer Aniston, you guys. So everyone was freaking out because Jennifer Aniston popped up in John Mayer's Instagram Live recently. He was talking about Bill Withers. We touched on him a little bit last week. He sings, lean on me when you're not strong. Yes, and he passed away sadly last week. He was in his 90s, and so John Mayer was just kind of doing an Instagram Live, reminiscing, on memories and moments that they had together, and one of them made Jennifer Aniston obviously laugh because she commented a bunch of crying, laughing emojis, and then, of course, everyone who was watching the live stopped listening to John Mayer and were like, oh my God, Jennifer Aniston is watching this Instagram Live, and they dated for a while. They broke up 11 years ago, and remember, John actually made some kind of, douchey comments about Jennifer Aniston in a Rolling Stone interview, but now I guess they seem fine.
So, if Jennifer Aniston can be cool with John Mayer, her and Brad are fine, right?
Right? I know. I'm like, wow.
She was running away, but they were still fine.
Right. She's cool with both of her exes, I guess, technically, which is a pretty good sign. Right?
Do you think that's a good thing, in a person, to sort of be able to be cool with your exes?
I feel like it depends what happened. You know what I'm saying? Brad Pitt, they were married. That was a whole other level of relationship. John Mayer was kind of her rebound situation. So I don't know. I think it just depends on the breakup. I feel like her being able to comment on John Mayer's Instagram this many years later, it's like, okay, haha, that's funny.
Yeah. At least it can still be cordial. And it wasn't she's coming in there starting some mess. Because she's not that kind of girl, I believe. Exactly.
I see you guys all talking about Jen. Amy said Jennifer is an amazing person. Chelsea said yes, love Jen. And then people are talking about Jen having BDE. Remember, this is a thing that Pete Davidson talked about? And I think she does.
She does. Something I've noticed, Maddison. Do you know what a fan cam is online? So sometimes, for example, and shout out to them, Pop Crave will tweet Ariana Grande is the first artist to have 59 number ones in every country ever, and then in the replies you'll see the Ariana stans being Ariana Queen, and then it'll have a video attached, and it'll be footage of Ariana at a concert or clips from a music video, and the stands always post them, and I've been seeing, weirdly, Jennifer Aniston fan cams all over my timeline. Like these classic edits of like Jennifer like flipping her hair, or like clips from Friends, and it'll have like a bad B song playing in the background. It's like never any like audio from the actual video.
I feel like the younger generation is just starting to really get to know her because she is actually friends with Selena Gomez. She is. Her and Selena have oddly paralleled lives. Like when you think about their past relationships and how people still talk about them. So I feel like the younger generation is just now realizing like, oh, an icon. And we're all like, yeah, welcome. Where have y'all been? We know.
Come on in, Jenny. You the new Jenny for the block, girl.
Exactly. Okay, we're going to move on and talk about Lele Pons.
Okay.
So Lele posted a video to Twitter and Instagram of her trying to do a TikTok dance to the song Culo. And she started off really good at the beginning. You know, she was killing it. And then she ends up going a little too far. And
that's what that was?
Yes, and crashing into a glass door. Literally.
I have laughed at this video since I guess it came out. Never recognized who that was. I just know she's horrible, but wow, good for her.
Yeah, so she just recently posted this, and she's getting mixed reactions on Twitter. So this is why and just like all over the internet, I guess. I'm curious to know. So Lele Pons is a YouTuber who she often does kind of things like that, like jackassy to get, you know, that's kind of her shtick. Like she's a girl who puts herself at risk for comedy. Like that's kind of Lele's thing. But a lot of people felt like this was too far. They felt like she was attention seeking, and a lot of people just weren't here for it. What do you think?
I'm not a fan of her, just before we even get into what we're actually talking about. I'm not a fan of Lele or Lily or whatever her name is, Pons, because I saw a photo of her on Twitter talking about she was donating hair, and she had like, look, I cut my hair off, and the tracks were still attached. So the day I saw that, she was immediately canceled. Then she did something else to like a friend, allegedly, speculation on confirmation, where she was like deleting the videos off of her friend's channel so that the friend wouldn't surpass her in numbers. And like people seem to like forget these little things about her, and they continue to support her. I think that this is a stunt. I thought it was hilarious, but now that I know it's her, I hate it, to be honest.
Wow, I didn't know any of that about her. That's insane. And now that kind of also makes me look at that, be like, okay, so these people who are saying it's an attention-seeking thing, they're right.
Yeah. I didn't recognize that it was her. I'm so like far removed from her and stuff, so I was like, oh, there's some random girl falling through the door. Well, and it's her. That's awful. Ruined.
There's a lot of people, like, from the Latin community specifically, because Lele, you know, falls into that community. They're like, we don't want to claim you. Like, we're not.
Yeah, she was in Camila's little fan video and everything.
Like, okay, I was like, that makes sense, though. It's not just this glass door situation. She's done a lot of sketchy things.
Oh, yeah.
Which have kind of led to people being over her.
And people, every time she does something sketchy, it gets like swept under the rug, and people continue to love her. So,
Jakar said she's always seeking attention. All once that I remember the Amanda Curry deleting drama, SMH. Then Lady Joy said, of course it's attention seeking. Anyone not seeking attention would be embarrassed by that.
Exactly. Lady T Joy, you hit it right on the T. Bam.
Yes, exactly. Okay, let's move on and talk about Lizzo.
Yes.
Lizzo posted a video of her twerking to an Adele remix of her song Good as Hell. So she mixed Good as Hell and Rolling in the Deep. And then she captioned the video and said, I always wanted a song with Adele. Do we think that of all the turmoil 2020 has brought us, we could get a Lizzo-Adele crossover in real life?
I don't know, but let me tell you why it would make sense, Maddison. Okay. The reason why it would make sense is because I think I've applied this to Demi before in the past, if y'all watch Every Day. I think that because Adele is going through this messy divorce where allegedly she's given half her money to this, whoever that is over there, I think that her next album should have notes of Phoenix rising from the ashes. We don't want an album of you crying about divorce. At least half. You can give us half cry, half one cheek, two cheek. And I think that a celebratory anthem about leaving the past marriage behind would benefit from Lizzo being a part of the song. So, I mean, I could see it and I would be here for it, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen or if it's in process right now. Right.
My thing is, I'm sure Adele loves Lizzo, but I know Adele is like a huge Nicki Minaj stan. I feel like she's not even a fan. I feel like Adele is a stan. If you have ever seen random videos of Adele out, like when she's out at the clubs, she is rapping Nicki Minaj. And somehow I feel like she always has just enough alcohol in her. Like she just has that one libation that really just like gives her the confidence to just go out there and do it. And so I feel like I'm more inclined to believe that she would maybe want to work with Nicki on something like that, of like this powerhouse anthem.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Be here for all three, because Bang Bang does exist. Ariana, Jessie, and Nicki, that was an unlikely collab, and girl, I will still play that at the barbecue this summer from
obviously.
inside.
If you were all three, I feel like our eardrums would really burst.
I would be shaken. Nicki, Lizzo, and Adele, I think that's an unlikely trio that is needed. That's a number one.
Music video. Yes.
Yeah, that's a number one, Maddison.
Oh, that's a number one for many, many weeks.
Yeah. Adele, Lizzo, and Nicki. Unstoppable. Yeah.
I want to shout out Healthy. I know I'm not saying that right. I love you guys so much. Sending you lots and lots of love. Love all the way from Nashville. Hello, Nashville. Hello. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we're sending love right back to you. And everyone is all for this Nicki, Adele, Lizzo combo. Elizabeth said Nicki, Adele, and Lizzo 2020 banger. I'll once see it happening because I remember Miss Minaj being in a gospel song. And yes, mom actually sings gospel too. Don't forget that. And then we also have Colin saying, do you think Adele will have a pop dance hit? Not saying she needs one, but I feel like it'll throw us all off.
Listen, I don't think y'all realize, but Adele has one of those voices, because we're so used to hearing Adele make the same kind of music. I think that Adele has a voice that's perfect for disco house music. You know that song like Show Me Love? You got to show me. Like Adele could do one of those and make it be a classic for the gays. We need that. Oh my God, I'm glad that person asked that question. Adele, you need to give us one house banger on the
I completely, you know that also that song, How Will I Know If He Really Knows? Like, I could see Adele doing something like that, too.
She needs, like, a Z or something to get in there.
Yes. Also, why we always have to sing our examples. Like, you and I never, it's like, you know the song, How Will I Know? We're always like, let us give you an example.
How will I know? And what we're talking the picture for the boys and girls.
Yes, exactly. Okay, we're going to move on and talk about Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. We just have a little update on how Orlando is keeping Katy zen. Obviously, being pregnant during this crazy time is not easy. This is a new report from Hollywood Life. A source shared that Orlando is just really doing his best to keep Katy calm. The source said that he's been trying to keep her at ease and putting all the focus on her and whatever she needs. He also wants her to still try to enjoy being pregnant without all of the negativity. So he kind of just like, yes, they watch the news and yes, they keep updated, but then after that it's like, let's just enjoy this period, let's nest, let's, kind of celebrate this pregnancy, and it's okay to celebrate during this time.
Yeah, like you take a moment, you get your baby books, and you talk about like, oh, what is our life going to be like once the baby is here, instead of discussing all of the external stuff happening right now, because that's harmful to the baby. Right. And if you can control what you're exposed to, then I think that they should.
No, I completely agree. I think I like hearing like this story, and then what we talked about yesterday with Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas, how they're just kind of focusing on cooking and he's trying to learn how to cook British delicacies for her. And I feel like there's an appropriate line of, definitely making sure you know what's happening, but then also being able to turn things off and be like, okay, you know what? Yes, so many terrible things are happening, but let's live in our moment that's going on within our home, and that's okay too.
Because there could be 50 million bad things going on, but you really only need one good thing to make it all right, I feel like. And I feel like a child in this particular situation will make things right for them. Exactly.
And honestly, I know I'm not the biggest Katy Perry fan, still not, but babies are blessings, and I am excited for her during this time.
Me too. Did you like the white wedding song? I never worn white.
I mean, yeah, I liked it. Have I played it since I listened to it before the morning tea? Absolutely not. But I did that one time I listened to it. I liked it.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
And the pregnancy reveal was really pretty, so that's good.
That she keeps performing. That she had kept performing.
She really is pushing it through. Morgan asked, was it found out if the video of Ezra Miller was real? If you guys forgot that, earlier this week we talked about Ezra Miller. He was seen strangling a fan in a video.
Ezra Miller is they, Maddison.
We
got messages and stuff. Sorry for misgendering y'all.
Yes, I did not know that he. Yes, thank you.
Either.
But I have not heard whether or not it was real or not. A lot of people were saying that they did think that it was a joke, that like he might have had something going on with that fan. But
there were people saying that they were there, and they said that he had to be pulled off of her, and that he spit on. This is alleged from tweets from people saying that they were there. That Ezra had spit on a guard and that person's brother, trying to pull him off, and then there was a situation happening. So I believe it was real. And just from that clip, it looked like a play kind of situation.
I agree. It looked like kind of he almost like
but it definitely ain't no
that
joke,
fan
like,
prior to the meeting, and then they had like this like funny joke. But like, I still stand by what I said when we talked about it. I don't think that you should really ever joke like that in public, regardless.
In public, on video, on top of that.
I just feel like that.
It's different if you have that relationship with a creator or a celebrity and y'all do that when y'all are partying with your own secret friends, but like out in the open at a fan thing, yikes.
You're either way, even if both parties come out and are like, it's a joke, people are going to be like, yeah, but you're perpetuating violence against people. So
exactly,
it literally is a lose-lose situation, in my opinion. Let's move on and talk about Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth.
Okay.
So a little update about Liam's relationship with Gabriella Brooks. That's who he is dating now after Miley, and it sounds like they're definitely getting more serious. I want to shout out Autumn. Good morning, Maddison and Courtney. So happy I made it to the tea. Thank you. Thank both of you wonderful humans for keeping the tea tribe going. Me and my twins appreciate it.
Hey, Autumn. Hi to the twins.
Good twins. We always whisper when we talk to the twins because we always feel like our voices are going to wake them up. So yay, twins. And also shout out to Haley, going to work at 1 a.m. here in Australia for the supermarket. Haley.
Good luck, Haley. We're sending our positive vibes to you.
Send them. And the healing vibes. Everyone in the Tea Tribe, just send Haley those vibes because she needs it. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. So, Liam, you guys, and Gabriella, this source is speaking to Entertainment Tonight. His family likes her. Also, you know, she's gotten the approval of his close family and friends. This source also said that while, yes, Liam's family supported him after his breakup with Miley, Gabriella was the one who, quote, made him realize there's life after Miley. She's apparently quiet and low-key, and she loves to be alone with Liam and, quote, isn't seeking attention from others, which I felt like was a little bit of shade.
That is a lot of shade.
Right? Because I'm like, isn't seeking attention from others. That sounds like Miley is just crying for attention, which honestly, not
They were
wrong.
calling her an attention expletive just to keep it playing. That's what they were saying.
And the source said that, yes, Gabriella is young. She's actually only 21, which is pretty crazy. But she adores Liam. She, like I said, gets along with everyone, and they have great chemistry. The source didn't explicitly say that Liam is ready to wife Gabriella up, but they did say that Liam wants marriage and a family, and this is something he always knew in the back of his mind wouldn't happen with Miley because, quote, she never seemed ready to settle down.
That's so fast. That's so fast.
But my thing is, it's like, maybe he's not there yet, but he knows that that's ultimately what he wants, so he's not going to date anyone who he can't see that with. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I just wish that we didn't have to hear about marriage at all from them. I just feel like y'all just started dating, to me. Even if y'all just started dating. We'll have to see about that one, Maddison. If they do wind up staying together for the long haul, that's great. I just don't think that they should be getting married anytime between the next 2 years. It just doesn't sound mature or realistic to me. And I can understand that this young lady, she doesn't want attention, but like, are you sure? You don't know her. You know what I'm saying? You don't know her. I would tell the same thing for a friend.
Too. I'm like, she's 21. Yes, she's an actress, but when did we ever talk about Gabriella Brooks before she was linked with Liam Hemsworth? So it's like, well, that might not be her main motivator. That's definitely a benefit she's receiving from being linked to Liam Hemsworth. So you have to acknowledge that. I feel like saying, oh my gosh, that's not her, intent at all is a little naive. And while I love to live in a naive world, don't get me wrong, I love it. But you can't pretend that. They're
trying to make it seem like she's Sophia Richie.
Yes.
You don't want to be involved with none of this. Until she get that range, all of a sudden she on everybody's CW and Freeform and everything else. Liam's wife, right?
No, you're exactly right. But we also have an update of how Miley feels. No. Yes. We also have an update about how Miley feels about this whole thing now that Liam is actually getting serious with someone. And the source said that Miley is happy to be free from her relationship with Liam, and she just wants him to be happy. The source said that she knew Liam always wanted marriage and she needs her independence.
I have a heavy speculation, not confirmation.
I'm ready.
Do we think that because... I did say speculation, not confirmation. I'll just go ahead and say it. Do we think that because potentially Liam had a drug abuse problem that led Miley to open the relationship to deal physically because she could not deal emotionally with Liam's issues? Because it sounds like they both have an issue with each other. Like, Miley's issue appears to be that Liam had substance abuse problems, according to Slideaway, what she put in the art. Liam is like, Miley wants too much attention and she does stuff for the stunts, but I mean, I feel like what celebrity that is in the limelight, aggressively pursuing the limelight, doesn't do that. So I feel like you know what you sign up for. I just wonder if that was the case. Was Miley like, this is too much because you have issues that you're not working through, so let's be happy but open? And Liam was just like, no, at one point, no, I'm not a fan of this. We need to separate and do our own thing. Right. I think if they separated that way, I can kind of be on board with that. It just sucks that the aftermath is still little droplets of mess.
Right. Y'all know what I mean? That's my issue. I feel like it's still unclear, and I feel like I feel like Miley still looks bad.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. But I feel like no matter what, like, Liam is always going to look better from the outside looking in, because Miley was still the one who literally minutes after the breakup was announced was making out with Caitlyn abroad. So. But
if they were open and they had already emotionally separated, then Miley could have been with Caitlyn the whole time, and we just didn't know. Yeah. And they just flew out and they said, girl, here's a kiss.
No, you're exactly right. I think what this means is Miley just needs to actually make new music and actually put the answers in the music.
I agree.
Like, it's time. We're interested. We're interested. I want to shout out Angie. She said, does Miss Gabby have a movie dropping soon? I don't think so. I don't think Gabriella Brooks has anything dropping soon. And to be honest, that's what's interesting is, like, I don't think anyone has really ever been checking for her until now.
Yeah.
So, she's definitely benefiting
from where they are in 6 months.
Me too. I think that'll be the key. It's like, let's see if they actually last another 6 months and last through her getting a big project. That's what I need to see, because it's like, if she's still in it after she gets, a big title under her belt and gets a lot of attention, then I'll believe that she wasn't in it for attention.
Let's see how she do after her own Hannah Montana movie. If he's still gonna be around.
Yes, exactly. Okay, let's move on and talk about Justin Bieber. So, you guys, I know you always love your Justin news. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Or if you want to just represent Selena, I know she's on the cover of Vogue Arabia. She was talking about, all the state of our affairs right now. She was getting real political, just being the queen that she is, essentially. Selena's just killing it. She is Selena. She's always killing it. I see we already have our crowns in the chat for the people who love Selena. We are going to talk about Justin. So he posted a new Instagram photo of him and Haley, them in quarantine, and he captioned it, "This lady makes me smile." And I just feel like this is very interesting given all of the hacking situations that have been going. I'm like, oh, okay, let's remind everyone that she's the wife.
Madison. Because here they come. Every time something happened with Selena, here they come. It shouldn't always appear like shade, but it does, because we know that Justin can be at times, in his mind, under the radar shady. You know what I mean? Is it appropriate to poke fun at your ex's negative situation?
I guess for me, it's just like, I feel like even if it's not meant to be shade, like you said, like it always just looks like that. And I feel like Justin can easily pull the card of like, I just love my wife and I'm just joking around. Like, what's the, you guys are the ones with the problem. I just love my wife. And it's like,
just mad that Justin loves his wife.
But it's also just like, but then why does he do this every single time? Like, it's every time.
Girl, Maddison, stop it. It is a coincidence every time. Come on now.
Every time.
Justin is doing what he wants and living his life.
I just refuse to accept that, especially just given the fact with the friend tacking and the snake emojis. We felt like Selena's friend was honestly just speaking the truth. We didn't think that it was a hack. And then, Selena was like, hey, stop. We've already had some situations. We don't need any more.
Honestly.
But I feel like this is kind of like their vindication moment of like, there's mess going on in the internet, but we just love each other and we're just laughing.
We just love each other so much in quarantine, and look at my Google laying on the couch. Like, okay, Justin, fantastic. Where's the deluxe edition of Changes? How about that?
Oh,
are you working on that
there we
in
go.
Quarantine?
Is he still putting out the EPs? I know he was supposed to release one like twice a week, but honestly, I stopped checking because you told me that it was just a ploy for streams, so I've stopped looking for them.
I'm gonna check. Let me close out a future nostalgia.
You check. You definitely check. Belieber Lover says, why can't Justin just post about Haley? He's not shading anyone. That's completely fine. I see you are a believer. And I think however you want to interpret it is how you guys want to interpret it. Courtney and I obviously are always going to see a little mess. Our magnifying glasses are
a believer.
But that's just how it is. Like sometimes we just have to share opinion.
Came out yesterday, y'all. This one.
Another EP? Oh yeah. What is that one called?
Did y'all party? This one has the best ones on it. Come Around Me, a hit. Running Over, a hit. And that's it.
Wait, there's only 2 songs in it?
No, it's 5 songs, but 2 out of them are the hits. Come Around Me is a hit. And Running Over with Lil Dicky. And we know Lil Dicky ate that up. So get into the party.
That's it.
I didn't even see Pop Crave tweet about it yesterday. Y'all tweet about that yesterday, Pop Crave?
Wow, interesting. I love the Lil Dicky song. I'll give him that. Lil Dicky song is it.
Lil Dicky has a show on FX called Dave, and we all need to watch it. I'm obsessed with it. I love it.
Oh, it's so fun. But Holly, my friend Holly, you love. Yeah. We've only met one time, but I feel like you guys are literally very similar. But she loves Dave, and it is so funny. If you guys have not watched that, you guys should. It's good.
Hi, I'm Dave. Okay.
Okay, let's talk about Tyga, and then we're going to get into the whole car dinner tea time. But first, Tyga, you guys. So he posted a TikTok with his son, King, and they're doing the Fruit Loop challenge where they try to eat the Fruit Loop without using their hands as fast as we can. First of all, King has gotten so big since the last time we saw him on social media. I know China posts him a lot, but I think that's some ulterior motives there. But he is just the littlest cutie ever. And I just found this interesting because, we've questioned a lot of times in talks when it comes to Blac Chyna and her custody battle over Dream with Rob, like, what is the situation with King? And I feel like this kind of tells me that Tyga must have custody a good majority of the time.
Tyga be having fun with his son. And I agree, Madison. It does appear as though he has a lot more custody than most.
Right.
But I love to see them do that. When I saw the video, I was like, oh, cute.
Same. And of course, that's a pure speculation, not confirmation. I just thought it was interesting because we are always wondering of like, King and Tyga, what's happening with that? And now we're finally able to kind of see their bond and their relationship. And I agree. It really, I always have a soft spot for Tyga, and I don't know why. I know he was, had a wandering eye when it comes to Kylie, but for some reason, with Tyga, I just am always kind of like, he's trying. Like, oh, he's a good dad. He's cute,
I feel like Tyga's a very good dad, to be honest. And I enjoy watching him father. I wish that Chyna and Rob and the entire family could get themselves together with their children so that we could see content like that.
No,
genuine content like that.
Completely agree. I don't know. I really liked it. And I feel like hopefully this will kind of help when we bring up those conversations of Rob and Chyna. I don't know. I still feel like we have a whole bomb waiting to go off with that situation, in my opinion.
You know what? We're going to be there, the bomb squad. And we're going to be there to talk about it. Oh, yes.
Exactly. And it'll be interesting to see if Tyga ever gets involved with that situation. I feel like any of their custody stuff has always taken place very under the radar. But I wonder if things get worse, if he'll have to step in and be like, here's my experience because he's in the same position as Rob, essentially.
Would they call him into court, Madison, you think, to make an appearance? Can he just say something? Can he just write a letter to a lawyer?
I feel like that would be something probably the Kar Jenner's attorneys would do, right? I mean, we're not lawyers. I've watched a lot of Law and Order, so I do have some experience, I would say. But I don't know. It's definitely very interesting.
I hope Tyga doesn't get roped up in that, Madison. I feel like he's got himself on track. I just watched a video of like the inside of his closet, and he just looks fabulous. So, and I never use that word, but like that's how I feel like I would describe Tyga. Just fabulous. He's
got his coins together now. When I see you guys saying Tyga King, this is not Tyga King. I want to talk about that. We are not talking about Tiger King. We're talking about Tyga and King. Courtney is not watching Tiger King. He is not. He's not giving into the craze.
No, I'm not, because anybody that's up there that's going to make a video talking about why can everyone else say the N-word and white people can't say the N-word is canceled. So, goodbye. You could go and stand in the corner with Camila and the rest of them.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys don't know what Courtney's referencing, so there's been a clip that's been going around social media of Joe Exotic since the show.
Is that what his name is? Joe Exotic?
Joe Exotic. So in the show, he like runs for like some political position in this town, essentially. And what you saw, that clip of him saying that, like, why can't I say the N-word, whatever, was in the midst of him trying to film one of his political commercials.
Awful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming he didn't win.
No, thank God.
Good job, whatever state that was.
He thought he was going to win. Like,
imagine that.
Mm-hmm. If you guys have seen Tiger King, let us know in the chat. I didn't finish it. I watched the majority of it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everyone should go to jail, but that's just me.
I couldn't even tell you the story of it all. So, I mean, I had seen the video first. Mm-hmm. So, like, before I could even get to the Netflix, I was like, well, now I can't watch it. I feel awful.
Yeah, no, honestly, you will. And everyone's saying Joe is garbage, Joe Exotic is canceled, and it was in Oklahoma. Will not watch. Is it worth watching? Travis, I wouldn't even necessarily say if it's worth watching, because if you are sensitive towards animals, do not watch it. Because like I said, I feel like everyone deserves to go to jail in that show. I know some people disagree, but I think everyone should be behind bars. Because if you treat an animal poorly, someone who is defenseless, that tells me that you are a horrible human being on the inside.
Yeah, I agree, Madison. I agree.
Anyway, let's get into Kar Jenner tea time, you guys. We're talking about Kylie. We're talking about Khloe and Chris. Then we're going to get into this Khloe and Scott mess. So go ahead and turn your volumes down for
Kar Jenner tea time! Hello to everyone in my living room, which is no one.
Hello to Courtney's empty living room.
Hi, girls. Hello.
I will say how Leo does the lights. It makes it look like there's a party happening.
Listen, I love it. I feel like a Power Ranger.
I love it too. I love it. Okay, the first thing we're talking about is Kylie. So Forbes has officially named her the youngest self-made billionaire again for the second year in a row. My question, do you think there's going to be outrage this year like there was last year?
No, because the Kar Jenner stans have already built up their defense about why Kylie deserves it, and they'll be ready to copy and paste their responses from last year onto the viral tweets this year complaining about it. So, no.
I guess for me, I'm just hoping there's not, because I'm like, okay, we've already had the fights. We've already discussed it all. We've already had Kylie go defend herself. We've had Chris defend Kylie. Like, really, there's no more to say. But then I also think about all the Kar Jenner stuff we talk about, and regardless, people always find a reason to be mad.
How about this, Madison? Kylie turned her whole factory into a hand sanitizing plant.
No, she did.
And y'all are mad about how she made her money. She's giving it back to y'all. That's how I feel about it.
I mean, really,
back to y'all. Leave her alone.
When you look at all of the Kar Jenners in this whole situation that's happening, Kylie's truly been doing the most, in my opinion.
Do you feel like they inside feel like, well, if we all do a little bit, then it's the equivalent of like one person donating a lot? I thought about that because we've been talking about Kim and how she's been like donating, but she's like selling stuff and then donating a little bit. Do you think that they're like the family is like, if you do this, Kylie, and Kim does this, and you know Courtney sells smoothie or whatever, and Khloe puts on a thong and sells a workout thong, like would that feel better to the public?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you want to take that approach of like, one donation counts for all you can, but I'm choosing to look at it as a singular thing, and to me, I think Kylie is really going above and beyond, and honestly, I feel like she's gotten the most backlash out of everything, which is unfair. Remember when the Surgeon General directly called out Kylie and was like, you need to be posting on social media and telling young people this is important? And we were like, she has been doing that. She donated money. She's been doing this hand sanitizer thing. She donated equipment. Remember when she donated money for equipment? Like, I just feel like she has really proven herself, and I see people talking about the self-made. In my opinion, yes, did Kylie have the upper hand because she came from a famous family, and obviously she had money to invest in a company because she, came from a famous family? Absolutely. But at least she did something with it, and we have proof that not everyone in her family took the same opportunity and made it something.
Maddison, get out of my head, because I was thinking the same exact thing. I was telling someone on the phone, I think it might have been my mom, that I'm never afraid to give away information or like tips, right? Because Maddison, I'm sure you've given advice to people and given tips to people. It's not about giving them information, because at the end of the day, without application, it means nothing. So like, for example, we have Rob, we have Kim, we have Khloe, we have all the rest of them in the family. They've all been on the show. They've all had social media. They've all had opportunities, but it's all about what they did, what their strategy was to get to the $1 billion that they have not reached yet. Kylie took what she had and made herself a billionaire. If that's not what self-made is, I don't really know what is. You know what I mean?
Right. No, it completely agree. So while yes, you can definitely, Anastasia said, Courtney. Exactly. Whenever I say that, I think of Courtney and Rob. But that's the thing. You can choose to be mad about it, but at least she did something with it. And to me, that's an easier pill to swallow than to look at somebody who had every opportunity and all the money in the world and literally took it for granted and didn't do anything, because I'm just like, wow, I would have loved 2% of that to be able to make something happen. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine, Maddison. Think about, even though they don't get paid like on a Kylie type of scale, think about just other reality stars that just do reality TV and then they never branch out and do a podcast. They never come out, take that chance, that risk, and do a lip gloss or something like that. It's about taking a chance on yourself. Do you believe in yourself enough to invest or not?
And there's a lot of reality stars who literally, like MTV stars, we've talked about this a lot.
I know.
And all my friends work in reality who literally all they do is just like look for the next thing. Like, can I be on the challenge? Can I be on this? Can I do this? And it's like, damn, what are you going to do when you literally can't climb ropes in Tahiti anymore? Like, what are you going to do?
Said no. He said, I'm going to stay home and we're going to get this personal brand going. And that's something that I respect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because Rihanna does it best. When all of that goes away, what are you going to have? You got to have something. You got to have the secured back somehow.
That income got to be coming in somehow. Because you can't roll around singing Disturbia on the cruise ship your whole life. I'm just saying, Rihanna was never going to be that, but that was just an example.
Of all Rihanna's songs to pick, Disturbia. Interesting.
Imagine her rolling around on the stage and she kicked one leg up and we in the crowd.
Now I can't unhear Disturbia. It's like now I can't unhear it. Okay, you guys, we're going to move on and talk about Kris and Khloe. So we have this new promo, this new Keeping Up with the Kardashians promo, and it's Kris and Khloe having a conversation. Kris is pushing Khloe to date again, and Khloe says she never wants to date again, which of course is the headline everyone's rolling with and running with, and I'm just LOLing. And then Kris, in her one-on-one admits that she's sad to hear Khloe doesn't want to date again because she just wants Khloe to live her best life and have another child, which is why she then goes on to push Khloe to freeze her eggs, despite her thinking it's not necessary. And we actually have a little clip for you guys so you can hear Kris is pushing for yourselves. So Leo's going to hit it.
If I want to, I will one day. I just don't care to.
You need frozen eggs.
I'm not worried about it.
I just find it.
Oh, Mama Kris, you need. I'm just dying at her going. You need frozen eggs. You need frozen.
Khloe wants to have another baby, but I was gonna be like, why does Khloe need to freeze her eggs to have it? Like, she could just find someone that she loves and have a baby, right?
Right, but my thing is Khloe's acting like in this clip, and remember that Keeping Up, they filmed like almost a year. It doesn't air until almost like a year later. It's a lot of time. So for me, I'm like, Khloe can play that she felt that way maybe in this moment because this is still kind of fresh after her and Tristan's breakup. But now I don't believe that she's like, oh, I don't know if I want to freeze my eggs. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't care. And I'm like, I feel like you actually care a lot. You're just trying to be aloof.
I think that Khloe is working on her next pregnancy right now as we speak.
I kind of think so too.
That's what I think. Yeah, and I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm ready to drag the day the story come out, so it's fine. I'm just being honest. Like, girl, I'm ready. I've been ready for months. I'm just going through the motions till the news come out. So, I mean, what, Khloe? What, girl? Are you acting or are you in Tristan? What's going on? Is he in the garage or like what? Right.
Kaylee said Khloe's not worried about it because she's with Tristan with a bunch of crying, laughing emojis, and that's kind of how I feel. And then Bella said Khloe can afford to buy sperm if she wants a baby without the drama of dating. I mean, honestly, true, but I'm dying. I guess for me, I almost wish that Khloe felt this way now. Because also in her one-on-one in this promo, she's like, I don't understand why people look at me saying I want to be single as a weakness, as a negative thing. Like, I think it's really empowering. Like, why can't people celebrate that I'm like that? And I'm like, yes, Khloe, I love what you're saying, but I can't yas queen because I know deep down that you're really just back with Tristan in today's world. So I'm just like, that Khloe that was filming, I want to stand, but I know it's not real.
What Wesley said? He said, Khloe said, the boy is mine.
We also have Andy saying, Coco said, Mom, how can we get Tristan back on? Chris said, freeze the eggs so the public can go wild.
And you know what? I think it's sad for me because I know that I'll never enjoy Khloe and Tristan together as a couple more than I did her and Lamar. No matter what Lamar did, which I know those things were bad, I know in my heart, especially after meeting Lamar, for those of y'all first time watching, we've met Lamar, I really feel like there was a genuine, pure love that he had for that woman and her family. And from what we've seen without meeting Tristan, I feel like it's not the same.
I completely agree. I think that obviously a lot of terrible things happened, but there had to have been a lot of love there as well, or else Khloe wouldn't have helped him in his recovery process the way she did. Mm-hmm. And people can disagree with it all they want, and I agree. And I think Lamar has come a long way. I think Lamar has taken ownership for his actions, so I don't think it's fair for us to sit here and harp and be like, he did XYZ, because it's like, you know what? He literally wrote a book where he admitted everything, even stuff that we didn't know.
Girl, I just looked at that book yesterday. I was cleaning my room and I said, now look at Lamar. I pulled him right on out. I said, now you know what? Lamar, that's a man. He has really come full circle, and I'm proud of him.
It is, and I think maybe we are a little biased and we have a soft spot because we have met him and we can feel that he is like a good human and he has a good energy. I don't know if I'll ever be in the same room as Tristan Thompson. I feel like they have 1,000% seen me say I want to junk punch him when I see him, so they might not let that happen. Like, his publicist might think that would be a bad idea.
Girl, listen, if they run out of content, our phone will ring. We're the very last manila folder. Chris said, listen, I don't want to pull the lever, Kronk, and Ryan is looking at her like, if you don't pull that lever, it's all gonna go away. Chris pulled that lever, and all of a sudden our phone said, ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. And I said, hi, Chrissy? Are you a mess? Oh, Maddison, what do you say? And then that's when you go, 1,000%. And we go in the next day, and they call have the cash come to our house. How about that?
Host junk punches Tristan Thompson, and then it's like, hi, I'm here. Okay, let's move on and get into this Khloe and Scott situation, you guys. So there's a new report from OK Magazine, and Scott is reportedly not here for a Khloe and Tristan reconciliation. He is not for it at all. The source said that Scott thinks, quote, Tristan is bad news and fears he hasn't changed at all. Scott loves Khloe as if she were his own sister. That's why he's begging her to be careful around Tristan. And the source went on to say it would kill him to see her hurt again.
That's why Scott can't leave the show. Y'all ready for this? The reason why is because it can't be a show of everybody in the family supporting Khloe in her obviously stupid decision. So there has to be a voice of the audience as part of the cast so that we can have a reason to watch and go, oh, see, Scott knows exactly what he's talking about. This is why I watch, because Scott keeps it real, just like me. Mm-hmm. So, y'all, it's a stunt, but, like, I mean, if you didn't watch this, you would believe it. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, because Khloe kind of used to be that one who, like, kept it real. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Khloe was the one who would bring her sisters down, bring everyone back to earth. But now she's in the mess, and she is clouded. She doesn't know what's going on. So I agree. I feel like we do need Scott to kind of be that representation of America and the audience and being like, what the hell are you thinking? Also, Scott was there for a lot of the aftermath of Jordan, and not just, you know, emotionally. I mean, he was physically there. Remember we saw him literally bring her food like the day after it happened. Like, Scott really is always there for Khloe. So I do find it interesting that he's more apprehensive about it than her own siblings and her own blood. It's like, that's interesting.
Ain't no show without Scott being there to ruffle feathers. And I think that's why they don't really want him to run off into the sunset with Sophia. Because Sophia's like, grow up and grow out of this. And they are like, sis, you are a very important part of this cast. You cannot go anywhere. You see this one, Courtney? She could go. She could frown and girl, we got about 5 more of those girls in here. You have to stay. It gets too redundant and monotonous without Scott.
No, exactly. Completely agree. I also think, too, Scott's concern is coming out of a place of knowing the kind of guy Tristan is, because we can't forget, Scott used to be like Tristan. Scott used to be like, I'm going to go out, I'm going to party with whoever. Sorry, not sorry, Courtney. I'm doing me. Like, I still love you, but... So I think what's interesting is, like, no one knows the game better than Scott. So if Scott is like, this guy can't come back, this guy's not changing, I'm like, holy expletive. Tristan literally probably will never redeem himself.
Okay, so this is what I feel, Madison. I feel like we're going to get Scott being opposed to this season, right? Then, during their break period, Scott and Tristan will magically become closer if him and Sophia don't move to New York, right? Then, still during the off season, this is a speculation, not confirmation / prediction, then they will go out and have like a club night, a boys' night. We're all free. We can all leave the house, blah, blah, blah. Tristan will then cheat on Khloe again. But the part that will make us want to watch will be Scott's loyalty, because he's built this newfound loyalty with Tristan, but does he tell Khloe and blah. And then it causes drama because we know that Khloe and Scott are so close. If I were Ryan Seacrest, that's how I would write the show, and it would be excellent, and y'all all would watch, right?
You know what's wild is I know that that's probably going to happen, because I feel like you're so good at predicting their next move. I want to shout out Travis. I'll tell you who's the real clown here, Scott. It's Khloe the clown. Or I'll tell you who the real clown here is, Scott. It's Khloe the clown. When is she going to leave the circus? And until then, I'm not buying her jazz.
Come on, Travis.
Not buying her jazz. Travis, not Travis Scott. Not buying it. Not buying it. I'm dying. Also, I want to shout out Miss Jackie. She said, Hollyscoop is how I stay updated, LOL. I don't follow them. I don't believe even on my Twitter, LOL. Maybe I'll go follow Kylie on IG. And you guys, that's exactly why we have Card Dinner. Yeah, we have Card Dinner Tea Time for this reason. Like, Courtney and I follow and we watch the show and we do all that. That way, you guys don't have to spend your time doing it. And all you have to do is come here, you get updated on the mess, and then you can be able to talk about it like you just watched the show.
Exactly.
That's why we're here. We got it all taken care of. And then also, Courtney always pretty much predicts what's going to happen in the next season anyway. So it's almost like having our own promos here.
I'm just saying. I just think that's something that would make sense. Like Scott and Tristan, this newfound friendship, they're close, and then Tristan do what he do, thinking Scott ain't gonna be the snitch, and we know Scott gonna snitch. Or will he?
Exactly. For me, I'm hoping that Khloe kind of drops some sort of tea while live tweeting this week's episode. We know, she previously let it slip that her and Tristan were watching together. So I'm personally hoping that we get something else this week on Twitter.
We might, girl. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled.
I know. Do you think she might let something slip? I feel like quarantine's making her not as good at keeping her lips sealed.
She might, because she knows that we're all in the house and paying attention. So what other time to pull a stunt and get the people upset? Very true. All right, you guys. That is all the time we have. Thank you
so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for bearing with us and hanging with us even though we're a little late. So thank you. We love the Tea Tribe so much. Seriously, you guys are the best hour of the day. I cannot stress that enough. Literally can't stress it enough. Please make sure you guys are following us on social media. We got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got TikTok. Don't forget to show Hit It Leo lots of love. He is the one who not only keeps Courtney and I sane, but he also makes all of this possible for you guys every day. So please make sure to show him lots of love, and Shambong Dave as well. Yes, and you guys will be back tomorrow for Thick Thursday. 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Now wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. You better wash your hands, and you better wash your hands. You better wash your hands, Miss Ma'am. Go, wash your hands. You better wash your hands. You better scrub your hands. Just scrub your hands. It's in demand. Just pump the soap. Just pump the soap. You gotta make more bubbles, and then you wash your hands.